Microsoft Word, Lesson 8, which is inserting pictures, text boxes, and shapes, and Lesson 9, which is formatting graphics objects. When we say an object, that is a picture, a shape, a text box, a diagram. It also is a chart or a table. Objects have their own tabs. So right now I have my object, which is a picture selected. Here it has its own Picture Tools Format tab. When I click off, that tab goes away. When I select an object, they have sizing handles, which are the white circles and squares around, in which when I have my double arrows I can make bigger and I can make smaller. I can also in Word take screenshots. In my Insert tab, in my Illustrations group, and Screenshot, I can screenshot another active window, another Word active window. So I have two Word windows open. I'm going to take a screenshot of the second one that I have up, and when I select, it pastes a screenshot right of that second Word window into my active Word window. You could take screenshots of your active Word window as well, and then I can format this. You can see my Format tab comes up. I have my sizing handles, and I can change this how I would like. I could also, let me go back to that Word window. This is the other one I have up. I can do what's called a screen clipping. So still in my Insert tab, my Illustrations group, on these screenshots, I can do what's called a screen clipping, in which I have my crosshairs here. I can clip, or kind of like cut, part of my Word window. Say I want to have this, and I let go. As you can see, it pasted here, it clips it right into my document, and it's inserted just like a picture. I have my Format tab for it, and etc. It's a nice, cool tool if you wanted to clip something from your document. That's how I do when I had my memos and letters for you, which you couldn't type when I'd screen clip the memo and letter for you. So, a neat tool. Now moving to text boxes. In our Insert tab, in our text group, we have our text box, which I can select one of the ones here. So if I want just a simple text box, it comes up. As you can see with this object, I have its own Drawing Tools Format tab. Drawing Tools Format tab, I should say. I can put text in here. And I can also change the style and word art styles, and we'll get into that later. You can also draw. I just undo there. You can also draw your own text box. If I go to down here, Draw Text Box, I have my crosshairs. I can just click and drag how big or small I want. And then here I can type whatever I would like to, just like I would on a Word document. So that is to show you text boxes. We'll be using those soon. We can also insert shapes, which is another object. Once again, in my Insert tab, in my Illustrations group, there are shapes. And if I want to go, say, with this rectangle, I have my crosshairs, just click and drag down. And I have my, for shapes, a Format tab, Drawing Tools for it as well. I can change the shape style, shape fill, shape outline. And I also can change in the size group its height and width. So very similar to a picture, similar to a text box. Moving on to 9. This is the formatting graphics and objects. With pictures, so I'll have this picture selected in my Format tab. In my Arrange group, I have the wrap text here. And this, as you can read, changed the way the text wraps around this picture, whatever is selected. Now there's a few options. So the first one, which is in line with text, the picture is positioned on a line with text. Okay, so if I wanted to have this in line with text, and I drag, right, it is positioned in line with the text. The second one, square, the text is wrapped on the sides of the picture, as you can see. If I go down to tight, the text is wrapped to the contours of the image. And this one I like the best because you can drag and move however you want, and the text just kind of fits around the image. I have behind text, in which the picture is layered behind the text. Text is on top of the picture. I have in front of text, which the picture is on top of the text. And I also have top and bottom, in which the picture is there and the text is displayed above and below the picture, but not on the left or right side. So if I drag, you can see it kind of splits it in half. And the last one, if I select through, the text runs through the picture here. Alright, so those are your options. Personally prefer tight because you can kind of move the picture however you want and the text just contours to the picture. I can also, besides you can see I've been dragging the picture with my mouse and the direction arrow, I can also, with the directional keys on my keyboard, so right now I'm hitting up on my directional keys, I can move the picture up, and I'm not clicking, I'm just hitting my directional keys, down, left, right. So another way to move your image. In my arrange group, I can go here to align, and I can align the picture left, center, or right. So there's align right, align center, align left. I can also arrange it within the top of the document, the middle, and the bottom. Alright, go all the way down here. I can also, if you see this green circle, this, unlike the other sizing handles, allows me to rotate my picture. Okay, that's the green circle up top. So we had in our arrange group, our align, and we have the green circle here to rotate. Also in the arrange group, I have rotate. I can rotate it here, right 90 degrees, left 90 degrees. I can flip it. Flip also horizontal and vertical. So if you don't want to go with the green here, there's also different ways to rotate as well. Now, with the picture in our format tab, I have my picture here. I also have a shape here. You can see the drawing tools format. I have a format tab for my shape as well. And my shape styles group, if I click the more button, this changes the color of the shape. I also have, if I wanted to go back to the picture in my format tab, I have a picture styles group here, which changes the border on the outside of the picture. I can have a cool border to it. In my picture styles group, I also have picture effects, which we have dealt with adding a shadow, adding things such as a reflection as well, so different effects for your picture. I also have, going back to my shape, go to format, I can have in my shape styles group, shape fill, changing the picture once again here. I can also have in my picture shape outline and change the outline of the picture. And to that outline, so say I have a blue outline, I can also add weight to it, which makes the outline even larger. Also in our format tab, we have different groups. We dealt with size, we dealt with arrange, we also have the adjust. I selected the picture here. We have corrections, in which I can change the brightness and contrast. You can see the picture is being changed. I can also change the color, kind of giving it kind of like a cool filter here. And I can also change its artistic effects. Alright, have it blocked here, kind of an outline, looks pretty cool here. So different effects I can include. So those are pictures. Going back to my text box, just to add one more thing with text boxes. Alright, here I can change the text to whatever I want. So I'll just put hello class, as I did before. You can also change, we see with text boxes in this object, it has its format tab. In the text group, it's text direction. So I can make it rotate 90 degrees. I can rotate text 270. So another option there. You can also add text to a shape. So my shape here, if I right click and I go to add text, alright, I can add text here. It's a little too light, so let's make this a little bit darker. So if I make it red, you can see it pop out. So I can add text to shape. And with shapes, in my format tab, in my edit shape, I can also change the shape. If I don't like that shape, I can change it so you don't have to delete and then add a new shape. So that's lesson 8 and 9, dealing with pictures, formatting objects. See you all in class.